What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to Lineman Life Live. It's Monday. Hope you motivated. Hope you had a good one. Because now, get to kick back for a minute and listen to us talk our mess.
Yes.
Welcome to Lineman Life Live. I'm your observer, Lineman Uche Nwaneri, here with my co-host, Justin Blaylock.
What to do, baby?
And, yes, sir. And we got some stories that we can talk about today in the sports world. Now, we got one story that's particularly egregious that we'll get to here later on in the show. Sure that people who've been in the Twitterverse have seen the Tristan Thompson situation percolating, which, woo, some people never learn. But other than that, we got some other stories in here to talk about tonight. Got an update on Deshaun Watson and his situation with the NFL. Could be a clue on some things that are brewing there.
Right.
Also, Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette shows up to Tampa Bay minicamp. And my boy, he's had a couple extra burgers. He had a couple extra burgers before he came into camp, weighing 260 pounds.
You've been hanging out at my house.
You know what I mean? He's been fridge raiding the last 3 months straight. We're going to actually start off with an article that covers this. This was actually something that was found out when one of the beat writers, and I'll pull up the article here so we can take a look. One of the beat writers was actually the one who broke the story on Leonard Fournette. Now, Leonard Fournette has responded, and we'll get to that as well. But it says here, report Leonard Fournette weighs almost 260. Bucs coaches aren't happy. Bucs running back Leonard, I know, right? It's like, look at this old fat boy. He a fat boy. Bucs running back Leonard Fournette has reportedly drawn the ire of the team's coaching staff by letting himself get out of shape this offseason. Longtime Buccaneers beat writer Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times said on this podcast that Fournette, who is listed at 228, actually weighs about 30 pounds more than that.
Dang, man.
I mean, you know how they are when if you come in like 5 pounds over, 10 pounds over. I mean, they're literally like, hey, what
you doing?
You need to get down by in a month. You know what we got to do. You come in here in training camp, you a little bit over. You know what we got to do. And I know when we were playing, I think it was like what, $700 a pound,
Something like that. I think. But I mean, it was discretionary.
Yeah, it wasn't an automatic thing. But if you were a
I was always teetering.
Yeah,
I wasn't like this, but I was,
if you're a teeterer,
I think it was like a 5 pound, grace period.
You get about 3 to 5 pounds, and that's on like Friday. They're like, hey, go easy at the team dinner.
Yeah.
Go easy at the team dinner.
Got my eye.
But I mean, dude, you're a running back and you already are thick at 230. Which, I mean, you can run with that at least. But you come in at 260 and you want a job?
Man, that's like, I'm trying to think of backs that have been that big. I mean, Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis, but he was just always that big. He never got smaller. He never got bigger.
Yeah, from the moment he got to the league, I mean, he was a big boy. I think
a big boy.
What's the cat up in New England? I think he's a bigger dude. Stevenson? Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson. He's like 245.
Yeah, Eddie Lacy. He's going to be Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy literally had a gut sticking out while he was running. But I tell you what, that boy ran hard.
Yeah.
He ran hard.
Yeah, that's got to count for something now.
And that counts for a lot because that cat really – he put them on his shoulders a few times.
I mean,
he really did.
I know they have like red zone receivers. So maybe
red zone back.
The red zone back.
It's gonna be a red zone back. I tell you what, if you don't come into training camp at like 220, which I mean, come on, you're not dropping 40 pounds in like a month and a half.
That's
just not gonna happen. That's dangerous.
Not only is it difficult, I mean, you're doing like some wrestling shit. You know, in the fucking,
you cutting weight. I mean, you can't do that out there. You can't do that out there. You're gonna die. Yeah. You're gonna go to practice. Look, there will be days when we go out to practice in Jacksonville in training camp, and we practiced at 7 p.m. at night because it was so damn hot. And you would go in, you would go out to practice, and you'd come back 3 hours later, and you'd be like 9 pounds lighter.
Yep.
I mean, you can't come in underweight, like forcibly underweight, because you're trying to avoid fines because you're already dehydrated, and then you're going into. I mean, you're not gonna make it. You just ain't gonna make it. So he is in a tough little spot. He might be a red zone back this year. Third down, third and short yardage back.
Hey, you know, he'll have 300 yards rushing and 20 touchdowns.
Hey, I'll take the TDs. You getting the Pro Bowl with that?
It'd be like the white fullback in Varsity Blues.
Mm-hmm. With a big neck roll, with a neck collar on.
I got us all the way down the goal line. The ball.
Y'all pull me out to pull this thick neck motherfucker in.
My mama got Gremlin coming to see me.
Says the last time we saw Leonard Fournette, he was about a donut shy of 260. This cat was about to fall through the table he was sitting on in the cafeteria. Wow. He certainly didn't look like a guy who could play every down. Fournette decided not to participate in voluntary organized team activities. And when he showed up at mandatory minicamp, the coaches felt he was had a long way to go to get into playing shape. Coaches were not happy. And that's an understatement when he didn't participate in the OTAs, but then he shows up at mandatory minicamp weighing damn near 260. I mean, yeah, that's bad. Shit. And that's not a good sign for a guy that you just spent a 3-year contract on. The Bucs spent a third-round draft pick on running back Rachaad White, and they have running backs Keyshawn Vaughn, Giovanni Bernard, and Kenjon Barner on the depth chart as well. All of those backups may need to get themselves ready for the possibility that Fournette is going to need more breathers than usual. Jeez, they just come in my guy's throat.
And they got 5 running backs. They don't even need me.
You know what I mean? They said, first off, we actually got a stable of backs. They're not missing too much. But then they're like, he gonna be needing breathers because he gonna be needing to huff on the oxygen because his belly's in his way when he's running.
There was a time where training camp was designed for this. I mean, not to lose 40 pounds.
I mean, look.
Play your way to shape. Back when cats were, working, selling insurance in the off season, training camp was
back in the 80s.
Yeah, training camp was designed so you could, come back.
Motherfuckers had
slowly play your way back.
Garbage can full of beers to drink in between practices.
But now, everyone's training year round, it feels like. I mean, look on freaking Instagram and, guys are training like a week after the damn season's over.
Yeah, already back to training. Nah, I'm not doing nothing till the end of February.
Yeah, I'm taking a good month and a half off.
Oh, yeah. You got to because your body got to heal. But it's funny because it kind of reminds me when I was going from high school to college. I was going to Purdue the summer before I went to Purdue because I got a whole bunch of money at graduation. Nigerians just handing out money. So I'm like, hell yeah. I go into that summer, I'm weighing like 228, 230. Boy, I got to Purdue. My ass was I was almost 275 when I got to Purdue.
Oh, damn.
They were like, woo, let me see you get a 3-point stance. Because I was a defensive end. I was a DN when I got there.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, damn, these DNs only weigh like 250? I'm like, boy might get asked to play O-line.
He's about to be in there 2 gathering.
Oh my God.
Let's put you here on the note.
Oh boy. Worked out. Know that much.
Right.
Worked out just fine.
Got the last laugh on that one.
Shoot. But let's see here. Oh, and let me remind the good folks out there, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But also, make sure you check out the link at the top of the chat and check out Lineman Life Live on TikTok. Yes, indeed. Check us out. Stay a minute. Hit the follow. We got some good content that we're going to be putting up there as well. So make sure you do check us out on TikTok. We're trying to spread it out a little bit there. But moving on from there, well, I mean, at the end of the day, really just kind of wrap up the Leonard Fournette situation. He's probably going to get put on – he might get put on PUP for a few weeks.
Shit.
I mean, because you got to lose 40 pounds, bro. And he's not going to get enough reps to lose that kind of weight. I mean, ideally, he would have been coming in at like 215, 220 if he was just at a regular weight to begin with, around his regular weight. Yeah. He would have probably tried to drop like 10 pounds just to come in a little bit extra trim. And then you put a little bit back on during the season. But, I mean, he's so far. I mean, bro, you literally are a fullback right now. You don't even realize you're a position that doesn't even exist anymore in the NFL. Yeah. That's what you are right now. You're a fullback.
Dying breed is about to go extinct.
Fullback need oxygen every 3 plays. Straight to the sideline, just tapping their helmet. Man, get me out. Man,
unless you're the cat from the Niners, you're probably only getting 6 or 7 reps a game.
Oh my goodness. They're probably sitting there like, hey, Leonard, you been getting any workouts in? Yeah, coach, I just left the gym just 10 minutes ago, coach. I just left the gym. Oh, okay, good. What you weighing? Oh man, I'm about 230. 230, about 5 pounds over. Okay, not bad. Just make sure you work hard. When you come in, we're going for the ring, buddy. We're going for the ring. Be ready to come in and work. And we're gonna have a special year. We're gonna have a special year. Hey, coach, you know it, coach. You know it. I'm gonna be there. 5 minutes later, this motherfucker shows up 260. Coach just standing there looking at him.
So that was a fucking lie.
Like, what do you think he weighed at the end of the season last year?
He said, hold on.
I mean,
Jimmy, look at that scale again. Does that say 260 to you? Yeah, coach, it says 260.
I mean,
are you fucking shitting me?
So that was a fucking lie.
Let's say he was really 235 at the end of last year. That's 25 pounds in 4 months.
4 months, yeah. February, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's impressive.
That means you would. I mean, bro, you were eating out. He was eating at 5 stars every night. He had to be.
I mean, now if he went back home to Louisiana, it's probably
gumbo. That's a perfect explanation.
Yeah.
Coach, they got the gumbo, the crawfish. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. Oh Lord! So we'll keep an update on that. I'm sure he's gonna lose some reps off that, but I mean it's not gonna keep him from being a starter. But moving on. Next up, well, it's that time of year again. Madden is starting to dictate the way a lot of players even view life. Because every year when Madden drops any ratings, you hear from the players whose ratings were posted. And usually players are mad. Usually players are talking shit to each other because one didn't get rated higher than the other. Well, Madden 23 has put out their top 10 wide receivers in the game, and number 1 overall, the only 99 in the group, Raiders wideout Devontae Adams, which, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't argue against him or Cooper Kupp being interchangeable at that spot. I would still keep Cooper Kupp at a 98, even if I gave him the grace of moving him up to number 1, because he's not a better athlete than Devontae Adams. So that's the one spot that, while he is an excellent receiver, excellent skill sets, he's not Devontae Adams skill sets.
Yeah, I don't think he has quite the body of work either.
Yeah, he doesn't have the body of work. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even think that he runs as like a true number 1 for the Rams. He's running in the slot most of the game, is he not?
I think so, because they had
I think, was it Roberts or Woods?
Robert Woods.
Yeah, Robert Woods, yeah.
Flanker, like in the traditional.
Yeah, he was the one, and he got hurt, but still they put another body type like him at the 1 to replace him. Cooper Kupp got a lot of deep balls down the middle of the field because he was hitting those seams. But I mean, his route running is top notch from the slot.
I mean, he's a biggish dude. I think he's like 6'2", 210.
He's got some. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not small. He's not small.
He's not like your typical slot where he's like.
Yeah, he's not the 5'9" slot.
Buck 90 soaking wet.
No, that's not him at all. He's definitely got size. But like I said, when he matches up against that nickel or a safety, I mean, it's over with. He literally just smokes them immediately.
He finds ways to get yak. Like,
oh yeah,
crazy amounts of yak.
Oh yeah. So I mean, to me, they're interchangeable. But Tyreek Hill at the 3 spot, Tyreek Hill is. I mean, the dude is. I mean, he is the slot guy, but he plays at the 1. You know, like he plays at the 1.
That's what you would imagine when you're creating
exactly.
a slot.
When he is what you would think a slot guy would be performing like Cooper Kupp. But he actually plays in the 1 spot, which is, I mean, you're going to be playing against the best defensive back every time. Oh, man. So DeAndre Hopkins is 4. I think DeAndre, I mean, he had a couple injuries last year, but he's still balled out.
Skill-wise, no problem there. It's just how much will he be available?
How much will he be available, and will his quarterback stop doing dumb shit? I mean, stop doing dumb shit in the playoffs, cuz. Yeah, I'm just gonna underhand throw this into the air to avoid giving up 2 points, and in turn give up 7. Good job.
Wait, that's more shit.
Yeah. Stephon Diggs. I think Stephon Diggs. That's probably right. I didn't think he really had a big impact in the playoffs this year, which I thought was a surprise. I thought this last playoffs we just had, I thought he would have been a bigger factor. Maybe I missed something.
They just handed the ball to Josh Allen and said, "Go win this thing."
Yeah, I think it was their third wideout, their slot guy, who was Emmanuel Sanders was doing work, and there was another cat who it wasn't what's his name, the old Cowboy player. It was another wideout they had who was balling in the playoff games. But Stephon is still elite, though. I mean, it's just, I don't know, for some reason he just wasn't big in that playoff run. Justin Jefferson, he's good. I think Mike Evans, probably I would have gave him the nod over him in this situation. Mike Evans is a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin, I mean, that's actually pretty good for,
That's damn solid.
Yeah, coming out of that offense.
With me throwing it to him.
Now, this is the one I think is disrespectful.
Yeah,
Keenan Allen
3 or 4 points
is the 9th out of the 10th. I'll put Keenan Allen over Justin Jefferson.
I can see that. Actually, I got no problem with that.
Yeah, this dude is a freak. I watched plenty of games where he just can't nobody cover him. They just couldn't cover him. And Amari Cooper got a mercy selection here, I think, because Jamar Chase is better than him. Or Jamar Chase has had a better season than him. So I feel like Jamar Chase should be at the 10 spot and Amari Cooper should be 11.
Yeah, I mean, coming
I don't understand how Jamar Chase is not on this list. That to me is the biggest travesty in the way they organize this. How is Jamar Chase, the rookie of the year, not
huge oversight
on the top 10 list when I mean, come on, he may have very well exposed Jalen Ramsey's weakness as a corner.
Yeah, I would say
know
so.
He exposed everybody else's. Shoot.
I mean, the amount of he had 2 or 3 200-yard games this season or something crazy. It seemed like
he had more 100-yard games, more 100-yard games as a rookie than anybody in NFL history.
Yeah, he was going nuts.
I think the record was Jerry Rice. It was Jerry Rice's record.
Anytime you do anything in the record, Jerry Rice, you on to something.
Yeah, once you beat Jerry Rice's record in your rookie year, I don't care what record it was. If you beat a Jerry Rice record in your rookie year, you might be somebody to look out for the next decade.
Yeah, him and Joe Shiesty, we got a good thing going.
Ooh.
Yeah,
might be.
Yeah, you could not have him in the top.
That guy.
And yeah, I might have spot him in Amari Cooper. And I'm a Cowboys.
I know one thing. Not having Jamar Chase in the top 10. Well, I mean, they just completely.
I question the whole list.
That is disrespectful, in a way that one person definitely knows how to express it.
You underestimate my power.
You underestimating that boy's power. He's gonna come get you.
So you better put some respect on my name.
Better put some respect on it. Yeah. But I mean, look, that's Madden. Madden, usually they fuck up things that happen to do with us simulating the NFL. So not a surprise that they fucked up the rankings as well. But we'll move on from that.
Like egregious.
I mean, Jamar Chase not being on the top 10. We all saw what he did last season. He's in the top 10. I mean, come on. We saw what he did. He pretty much embarrassed every top-tier corner he went against.
Yeah, he got off all year. No question about it.
Pretty much embarrassed him. So, with that being said, let's move in and let's groove in with a Deshaun Watson update. D. Watt, as you all know, we all just sitting here waiting to see what happens, waiting to see what the suspension is going to be, because there could be, but then there might not be a suspension here. This one is actually like a hard one to call. I mean, at least for me, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, Deshaun Watson, he's already settled. Now we're hearing that the Houston Texans have settled with 30 women. Jesus. Woo!
Goodness gracious.
Take the wheel.
So, man, I wonder if you got the money from do you care where the money comes from?
No.
Yeah, I
know.
Once I
don't care where the money came from. I don't
pay
care.
it from them. I might just leave, D-Watt alone. Like, hey,
if they're making this, if they're going to, settle with these women. I mean, I don't really know what is the discussion about at this point. The suspension has to come down to whether or not he actually violated the player personal conduct policy. You have to actually have done something that can be considered like
unlawful, unethical.
I mean, if it's unlawful, then he doesn't have anything unlawful that he's done.
Right. But I mean, you got to read the fine print. It just says, Roger Goodell can arbitrarily.
We're going to tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah. Roger can overrule all this and just on a whim say, you're done.
But, and he can. He has total power to do that. Total power to do that. Now, the thing to me that is, I rack my brain about it because, look, at a certain point, you have to take out the emotion side of it, the morality side of it, because if it doesn't say that morality is a part of the consideration process in the player conduct policy, then you don't have to have morality as any kind of influence on what the decision should be. Did he break CBA rules? Was he, did he get formally charged with an accusation of doing something or another?
We already know that one.
No.
And he had 2 chances.
And to even put icing on that cake, you got 2 grand juries that say no. Then they don't even bring charges. So what did he actually do outside of what you would at this point consider a rumor? Because him settling is not an admission of guilt. So what did he actually do that breaks the rules where it's warranted that he gets a suspension? I think that's like the hardest thing to actually, and I think that's why we haven't heard no decision yet, because the retired judge that they have running this process, this arbitration process, like they interviewed and they finished up like almost 10 days ago.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a week, and then we would hear something. They're saying you might hear something later this week. That's what the talking heads are saying. But it's taking longer than it should, which means to me, and when it's taking this long, it means somebody's not happy with what's about to be said, and they're trying to keep that shit. They're trying to change something.
Oh man!
And I think that because the way this is supposed to be settled, I actually think that Goodell is not making this decision. It's this judge. The judge is supposed to make the decision, and the NFL has kind of committed to like going with what she suggests. That's probably when they thought she was going to say like 8 games to a whole season.
Right now, she's like
looking at it, and she's like, "Well,
let's give him 1 game." And Roger's like, "Whoa!"
After reading these bylaws you guys have here, he hasn't actually broken any rules. What the fuck do you mean?
I don't think we need to suspend this guy at all. And I could just see
like
Roger's face.
Actually, no suspension that I can apply to this. There's nothing I can give you. There's nothing. No suspension. Oh, Goodell would tear out his hair. He would tear out the piece of his hair.
I mean, I'm a judge. I got to follow guidelines. And there's nothing here.
I don't see anything that says anything about settling lawsuits. I mean, is that a violation? Settling lawsuits?
Wait. Written on the back of this last page, it says Roger doesn't like him.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now the truth comes out. Roger Goodell.
You're a bad.
I feel like he has control over these kind of situations. So think about it. Think about how wild this is, though. Calvin Ridley, wide receiver for the Falcons, their best wide receiver, star, breakout season last year. Calvin Ridley bet $1,500 on his team to win. And he got suspended for an entire year. Now, as we sit here and I point out the technicalities of the fact that
one we all know, though.
Huh?
That one we all know.
Yeah, we all know that one, and we're all like,
illegal, but every player knows.
That is something that's a red line with the NFL. Like that's really a red line. We know that with gambling, it's huge, but also,
obviously,
Roger Goodell has the ability to. It's to his discretion what that punishment's going to be.
True.
And he decided to give this cat an indefinite. Indefinite means 1 year, basically. Yeah, indefinite suspension.
We'll revisit.
On $1,500. What exactly are you going to revisit when it comes time for him to reinstate? Like, if he didn't even take full advantage of something that he was about to get caught doing, it was going to cost him $11 million in salary. If I knew that, if I would have known that I was going to cost myself $11 million, I fucking went balls to the wall and gambled on everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit a lick. I'm going to bet all $11 million.
I'm trying to hit the whole lick, and y'all going to have to give me that money first. But imagine that that's his situation that he has to deal with now. Whereas you have Deshaun Watson, who's gone through this whole saga over the last, 2 years?
Yeah.
I mean, and the number of women just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And imagine, after all of that, how he might end up not being suspended a single game. You know his face. You know he's going to have that money grin on his face like...
All right.
For those of you who watch The Boys, you know exactly what that scene's from. Ooh, he literally could just be like waiting to get his head cut off, like,
oh, all right.
Yeah.
I guess the only downside of all that would be that he's only getting $1 million this year.
Yeah, and if you do suspend him the whole year, he only loses $1 million. He's got a $230 million contract.
$229 million contract.
$229 million contract.
For 4 years.
4 years. Fully guaranteed. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't even give a fuck if they suspended me this year. I'd be like, man, fuck, let's do it again. I'm gonna take another year off. I'm just gonna chill.
Let my body get all the way right. I'll get a massage.
You know what I mean? This dude, I mean, somehow he convinced the Browns to give him a fully guaranteed contract. Like, not just fully, like, there's no way out of this. You give me everything. Wow. Kudos to him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Hell yeah.
Fuck them, because they're going to fuck you. Well, in this case, they can't. They can't even fuck them.
Yeah, but
it's impossible.
Make sure you do the fucking
first. Ooh. Okay, so moving forward in the show, historic Heinz Field. You played at Heinz Field, Justin?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Got some good memories from Heinz Field.
Had to break out the studs.
Had to break out the long studs. It didn't matter what time of the year it was.
Right. You could have been first
game.
We
played there in like 2011. And I was like, Jesus Christ. We're still in September. Why is this field muddy already? What's going on? What's going on here?
A sunny day. I don't understand.
Historic Heinz Field.
And in quicksand.
I mean, it is. I mean, for players, yeah, that field is notorious. It's not even famous to us. It's notorious because you plant your foot too strongly, and you might take like a yard of grass with you. Like, bro, it was that serious. I almost got my knee blown out playing in Heinz Field in 2011. I was so ooh.
You can do that shit easy there.
It was actually good that the ground gave, because when my shit got landed on, it tore off. My foot tore out some of the grass. Probably saved my knee.
Go down for a cut block, come back with a face full of fucking turf.
Oh yeah, you just got and if you got a mouthpiece in, you got dirt all in the mouthpiece. You're punching on shit like fuck. Yeah. I never wore a mouthpiece. I didn't like mouthpieces. I don't know why. I just was like, I'm not wearing this. I'm not wearing this shit. Can't breathe. I need to breathe. That's really the main reason. That's the main reason I didn't wear no mouthpiece. I was like, I got to be able to breathe. I remember one game. I think this was the last game I actually wore a mouthpiece. It was like halfway through my first year as a starter, and I was just like, one play. We were on like a 19-play drive, 18-play drive, and I was so damn tired that when I opened my mouth with my mouthpiece in it, like it got stuck in my mouth, and I started to gag on it, like, and I was walking back to the huddle like, because my mouth was so dry and it was stuck in the roof of my mouth. And I was like, oh my God. So I popped it out. My lips were like fucking white as shit. I popped it out. I put it in my helmet, and I didn't put that thing in the rest of the game. And I was like, you know what? This is the way to go. I'm not going to ever wear another mouthpiece again. And I didn't wear a mouthpiece again. But back to old Heinz Field. It's official. The ketchup has run out. Let's take a look, see here, as they put the historic Heinz Field memorabilia and props, taking them off the stadium. It's going to look like shit now.
I don't even know what the logo for this Acrisure is.
Oh, man, it's terrible. It's not even worth it.
I mean, did we eat that much less ketchup this year where they couldn't afford to pick up the name rights?
It's a good question. I'm wondering how they let this happen. I really am wondering, how do they let that happen?
I feel like that's something you want to hang on to. Like any association with the
NFL. Look at him. Look at all these Steelers fans. All these Steelers fans losing their shit. Oh, God. Yeah, it sucks, Steelers fans, but, good memories, right? Had good memories.
Yeah, thanks for
Had a lot of good memories in old Steeler land. Playoff win, regular season wins. Yeah,
remember
y'all came out there with all that,
going down the line one at a time, serving everybody up.
Just serving.
Like, sir, what are you doing?
Oh man,
no need for all this.
He's like, yo, man, you all right? You want to chill?
For whatever reason, he never saw in that game.
I'll never forget.
Take it easy on the one black guy out there. It's like, thank you, brother.
Hey, he's like, no, not you, bro, not you. Don't worry. I'm like, oh, okay.
Good.
All righty.
Say, hey, don't be here when I come back. We finna blow this bitch down.
Oh shit, man! I know your Nathan Tree's probably pissed. He probably done poured out a whole bottle of Crown Royale for this one.
Golly.
Mm-hmm.
End of an era, man. There's nothing.
End of an era.
There's nothing sacred.
Yeah, nothing. These motherfuckers don't care about shit but money, because that's what caused this to come down. Just so you know, this Heinz Field, legendary Heinz Field setup is coming down because somebody wanted to put up more money than another person.
Should I get extra 10 feet on my yacht, or should I keep up?
Yeah, if I spend that extra 20 million is going to screw off our quarterlies. I won't get that executive bonus.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pass it up.
I can't pay my mistress off if we get the naming rights deal, so it's got to go.
Oh man, look at it! It was even in a movie.
That's right.
It was even in The Dark Knight Rises.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't care about none of the games I
remember Three Rivers.
Oh, I didn't play Three Rivers, thank God.
I never played. Goodness gracious.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Pour the liquor out.
People out here just condolences everywhere.
Yeah. And they're going to suck this year?
Ooh, they got Trubisky back there. They believe in him. Yinzer Town. They believe in him, I hope, or I think. They're going to find out real quick, though.
They don't really have any options.
They're going to find out real quick. Don't put your hope in nobody like that.
You gotta believe.
Woo!
I guess they got
Lord.
the young kid. But,
all right, so here's a video that I really wanted. I wanted to look at this video because I think that there needs to be a little bit of a teaching moment for the audience here. I mean, and I'm sure the audience. I don't think our audience is ignorant in any sense, but I think that it does need to be kind of conveyed. You know, when we talk about football and we talk about all the things we like about it, there's still a level of danger in this sport that has to be respected. And Barstool actually posted this. And I mean, this is funny, but also when you see how this plays out, you'll see why it's also not funny as well. Roger Goodell just banned this kid from football for life. Let's see it.
I am jealous of his hair, though. I wish I had his hair.
Get it!
oh,
That's targeting.
Yeah. I am jealous.
Watch it one more time.
I wish I had his hair.
Get it!
Oh!
I think somebody's supposed to block that guy.
Well, yes, but also, 72. What the fuck is
Not
going
feeling
on?
that shit.
The ball bounces past you. You close the gap. Close the gap, 72. Move your hips. Look at your legs. You're stuck in mud, 72.
You did not.
Are you wearing two different colored shoes? What are you doing there, 72? Come on. And you miss.
You got too much swag to be out here looking like that.
This is the problem. First off, how about you down that ball? How about you grab that ball there? This is actually
live ball.
This is a live ball.
Once it goes 10 yards.
First off, how about you just jump on that ball and recover the ball for your team and be a hero and get some pussy tonight?
I don't think these kids are getting pussy.
But because you decided I'm gonna be big Billy Badass, you ignored the football, the entire point of this game.
The ball is the issue.
You ignored the issue. When they say you can't coach stupid, this is what they mean. Then you lower your head with the crown of your helmet leading directly through another human being's fucking face. And look at the kinetic damage that is done with that hit. Look at the hit to the forehead, then the back of the head hitting the fucking grass.
Yeah.
And his knees bent underneath him. I mean, look, that kind of hit has never been accepted in football. With everything considered here, the rules of the game, this should be not even this should be like, what exactly have you been coached to do other than to get this fucking pigskin? Nothing. That's the point of the game. So where did this come from that you thought this was more of a priority than the literal football?
I mean,
on a kickoff?
Look at your purpose.
Punt.
You can get the ball at the 30 going in.
At the 30 going in, and if this is an onside kick, a quick squib to try and get it to hit this big guy, well, he missed on that. But you literally hustled your ass down the field to get right where you need to be. The moment of fucking truth is upon you. Who is going to be the man that decides to get to that ball first? Because it's 1-on-1. This is the situation that you're in football. 1-on-1 situation, you have to execute. You didn't even fucking hit. If you were getting, if this was a marking, like grading you on understanding the concept of the play, you would fucking get a minus because you did something that doesn't even make sense to do within the concept of the play itself.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the sport.
That's why I say that this has nothing
your team in any way.
this is the worst of football. And this is something that I'm not blaming this kid. I'm blaming this coach.
Oh, yeah,
Whoever is the coach of this football team needs to be fired. He needs to be fired because I tell you right now, that's a concussion. That kid has a concussion
at best,
and that kid is going to develop. He's going to develop symptoms from that concussion that may last for a very long time. And depending on how long he's been playing football, really, it don't matter at this point. That kid's going to be developing CTE before his brain's even finished developing itself. He's going to have CTE. That's going to be a thing for him.
Yeah,
and so is for him as well. They're both going to have that's CTE on both of them.
I mean, if he ever just sees a ball bouncing near him, he'll probably freak the fuck out.
This was beyond uncalled for. This is not even targeting. This is literally playing. And I don't. And part of me really does not want to blame this kid because he's not smart enough to understand if you don't explain to him what he should be doing here.
Yeah, he's been
in practice. Somewhere. But he's been taught to do this because he doesn't even. I mean, there's no self-awareness here at all. He didn't even see this, even though it was in front of him the whole time. He caught up to the ball, and he just fucking. I mean, bro, that is literally that's what got Bierfex out of the NFL because of this kind of hit.
Yeah.
They'll never let him back in because of this. Because that's bro, you just gave somebody. He's gonna have CTE. You're gonna have CTE.
I mean, look at his fucking back.
I mean, dude.
You remember the Johnny Knox receiver for the Bears? I mean, it was a clean play, but a freak play. He got, kind of.
He got bent in half. I remember that.
Chasing a fumble, not a kickoff, and a D lineman went for it at the same time. And I mean, he had some severe issues. But I mean, look at this angle.
Look at how the body gets left behind.
And if
the head leaves the body behind, do you know how fast his head is traveling?
Unfortunately,
when it hits that ground,
kids are still limber. And I mean, his back will probably be okay. But if that was me or you,
it's not. Yeah, his body will be fine because like you said, he's young, his body can bend and stretch, and do all that. But the brain is still.
Right.
The brain doesn't have that flexibility. And that is a full-on.
Good.
That's why,
I mean, that coach has to see me. If my kids or if I'm in the state.
Yeah, that coach got to see me. It's all we got to have words or we got to fight.
Coach got to see me. The dad got to see me. Somebody can
This is so. And, from time to time, you see these videos on Twitter of young football players, like middle school, Pop Warner, and you see them doing these drills that don't really improve anything about your football game. They're just physicality drills for the sake of making them, quote unquote, tough. Look, a motherfucker is tough or he ain't. And you're only going to get tougher so much more as you get older and as you get stronger, as you get bigger. But if you ain't got it to be tough enough to push through certain situations, then, everybody has their breaking point. But they're trying to force a breaking point in them at a very young age, which is, to me, that's the wrong way to coach football.
Sure,
you don't
fun.
It should be fun all the way through. It should be fun until you get to college.
Yeah.
Because in college, they're going to break you like a horse. That's just what they do. That's how it works. They break you and then they build you back up. And even then, they don't do it with physical, with a lot. They do physical tests, but it's more mental. They're testing your mental fortitude, and they're trying to build your mental fortitude. It's almost it's almost like a psychological thing. Like they're doing this with the psychology angle. Like they put you in situations where it can be easy for you to argue with your teammates, to get for people to start snapping at each other. And they want to see if guys can resist those situations, resist that temptation to think just about yourself and to think about the next guy. And here, I mean, again, if I'm knowing what I know and Justin knowing what he knows, you look at this situation, this tells you a lot about how a cat is taught. Just in general, what this football shit is about. Because any kid who's being coached to be in a respectably good culture of football, you would know that, one, this kick is in a critical situation. We need to get the ball back. That's first and foremost. He gives it he goes for it. I mean, very bad. This is very bad setup for an onside where all these guys should be running with him and hitting the line at the same time he kicks it. Yeah, but I mean, I guess we can't expect amateurs to be professionals.
Kids that practice, or have a long practices nowadays, probably an hour.
Yeah, but I mean, them coaches don't know shit neither, so it don't even matter. But it's an onside kick.
At the same time,
it's an onside kick. Do they have their regular kickoff return out? Like, I think they do. Because there's all fat boys.
Is this 7-on-7 or something? Is there
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, it's too
long. Okay, they're just in the back.
They were deep for a deep kickoff. This is quick. This is an onside squib. And they actually, the one motherfucker on the entire offense made it down there.
This kid, this is the fastest kid in the world. The fastest kid of the team.
It's like you're the first one there. You literally have exceeded all expectations at this point.
I mean,
and then you said, fuck it. Boom.
So I wonder if he was offside.
And if you were offside, that would be even worse.
Yeah, we can't see the bottom half of the Gunners, but goodness gracious, you got that.
What
was everyone else doing? What was everyone else doing?
Took a step.
This guy's like in full Forrest Gump sprint mode, and everyone's just kind of pussyfooting around.
They weren't even ready to be great. You were about to make them great because they weren't ready for it. Look at this cat, just no, fuck the ball.
Yeah, 72 wanted
72. You got to warn him. 72. He said, "Oh shit, nope, I didn't see him."
So he wanted none of the smoke.
Oh Jesus!
Do you have any idea what age this is?
I mean, it looks like middle school to me.
I'm guessing probably middle school. But yeah, I mean, most kids, like, physicality level is about what 72's doing here.
Yeah.
Stand up and bump the other guy.
I'm gonna be a barrier. I'm not gonna be an obstruction.
That guy's going too hard. Let me block this guy.
Yeah.
That's what you expect.
He's like, yeah, this is good. This is right. This is right.
This feels good. This feels good. I like this.
And that's targeting.
Yeah. I am jealous of his hair, though.
So, I mean, look, coaches, guys out there who are teaching these young kids, it's not your full-time job, but you should take that responsibility serious because, as you can see in this video, there is going to be effects on that kid. I mean, we all see it and we just see it hit, but I'm telling you, that kid is going to be affected by that. And you don't know how long it's going to last. And, you don't know for a fact if it's going to push one way or another when it comes to like CTE, but the studies show that, yeah, he's going to have CTE. That's going to be CTE. And really everybody on that field who has been hitting their head more than a couple times, you're going to have CTE.
I don't imagine that there's any kind of concussion protocol in middle schools.
Oh, man, come on.
That could probably be out there next week.
They don't even report concussions in fucking in middle school. They don't have any kind of protocol. They don't have anything like that. Shoot, rub some dirt on it. You're a pussy. Get out of here. That's how it is. I mean, you and I both know it, dude. I mean, I didn't even start playing. I didn't start playing until I was a sophomore in high school, dude. And I think even at that, I mean, I think I don't have it. Duh, of course we do. But I'm glad that I didn't have like 6 more years of football hits on me. Like, I came in with way fresher tires. I was playing basketball.
I'll trade on that motherfuckers. Yeah.
I was over there trying to do reverse layups on motherfuckers. Shit. You know what I mean? I'm over here crisscrossing, you don't stop, motherfuckers. Like,
Watching and one tapes and shit.
Left-handed, just,
Oh, man. So, yes, if you're out there and you're responsible for these young kids,
and then
please do better.
Then right before high school, my cousin just bust up to like 6'8" out of nowhere. I'm like, shit. 2.5. I'm like, everybody's getting taller real quick. What's going on?
I'm just growing wider.
Yeah, I'm just getting thicker.
This doesn't really work out for basketball.
I'm just getting thicker.
Not too many thickums out there hooping.
You know what I mean? So definitely coaches out there, take it serious and like learn, it's okay. You don't know everything, but football is a sport that really does require you to think and understand situations, and to have like this kind of, damage done to a kid. And it looks like this kid was not coached up in understanding what he was even supposed to do on that play, much less what his like intent should be in being on the football field. It shouldn't be to be just trying to throw your head through somebody else's head. That's the wrong way to play this game. But it's just, I hate to see that the players are the ones who suffer, not those coaches who don't know jack shit and who don't, who act like they know shit when they're out on the field because they like the attention of being a coach.
You're probably told, just run as fast as you can, hit everything you see. Some stupid shit.
I mean? Like, it annoys me because it's unfortunate that a kid is going to have, part of themselves affected by something that they should have been able to have more control over. And their coaches did not do them right in that regard. So
it's absolutely a physical game. No question about that. Collision sport.
Yeah.
There are times to lay people out. 100%.
And even when you lay somebody out, there's a way to lay a person out and still not use not involve your head to the point where
fucking
what I mean? Like, there are guys who will knock a cat off his feet because they charge in with their shoulder and they just drop their shoulder. They don't even use a lot of force to go into the guy. He may be running in the opposite direction and they just get right in his way with their shoulder out and you just see the body just go woo woo woo.
Leverage, physics.
But he is not damaging that cat by hitting him through his head.
Right.
So it's
hit to the solar plexus can take a man off real easy.
Yeah, it's all about leverage and redirecting momentum. So shoot, it sucks to see that because we know how it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to be done. And when you see people doing it wrong, and that the way that's like dangerous, we've always known that that's dangerous to hit cats like that. And I know even in the league, our first couple of years, they were still letting cats do it until CTE became the talk of the town. The next thing you know, shoot, personal foul, $10,000 fine, everything.
And you're also putting your spine at risk too.
Yeah. That, like I said, that kinetic force,
a cervical fracture,
clavicles, everything. So all right. So let's keep it moving here.
Do better.
Back to the debauchery. This story, I didn't think that we would talk about this story just because, I don't know. I don't really know who the hell Tristan Thompson is. I know who he is because of Khloe Kardashian, but
I only know
looked
UT.
Because of what?
You went to UT.
Oh, fuck. You damn Texas boys. My goodness.
Canadian, though.
Don't give a fuck, does he?
I already found his way down to Texas, but.
Man. Oh, he's Canadian. Oh, even worse. Out. Got to get out.
What's the boot?
So, okay. So because we got to timeline this. Tristan Thompson has been on and off dating Khloe Kardashian. They got a kid together. Now, he is notorious for his indiscretions around the NBA, apparently. I don't know the details on that because I don't give a fuck. But I found this story here to be very odd when I saw it because it didn't. I was like, this is like some bizarre Hollywood bullshit. What is he doing? So, Tristan Thompson, this guy who is, I guess they were or weren't dating, but for some reason, they are having another kid. Khloe Kardashian is going to have a kid through a surrogate mom. And this is while they're supposed to be broken up. So did he just finagle himself out of having to do any kind of like legal responsibilities? Because the surrogate mom, you could argue, is not technically where that baby's supposed to be coming from. So I'm not taking care of it. Is that what he's?
I don't.
So,
like you, I don't much get into celebrities' lives and shit. But I did read up a little bit on this because I knew we were talking about it. I mean, granted, this could just be for clout. I've seen pictures of him with the kid and talking about being
okay. So they were operating like a family.
Yeah, they're gonna co-parent, amicably. But I mean, the guy just
okay. So they're gonna co-parent. Okay.
I just like pussy. I mean, I don't.
He said, "Hey,
they're not married." You don't.
But this is the thing: are they dating? Are they together?
I mean, they clearly have a different definition of together.
I mean, look, one must kind of think to themselves, how do you think this is going to end well? When one, you've had a problem with this person cheating on you repeatedly. Two, you had one kid with him, but now you want to have another kid, but you're not going to have the kid. You're going to have somebody else have the kid for you, which in a weird way, there's a detachment. I feel like there's a detachment in the organic process of, going that 9 months of going through and having the sack of water and fertilized egg turn into what will be a child when it comes out the womb.
Well, there could be any number of reasons why they chose to go this route. I mean,
one that don't involve plastic.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say
one that don't involve plastic.
I done paid a lot of good money for this body now. You ain't gonna fuck it up.
I mean, she done probably put a couple million into her body. My God.
I mean, LeBron put $2 million in his body every year. So,
but we actually see the results like working for him.
Oh man, hey, that's working for her. It's keeping her in the public eye.
I don't think that's what's keeping her in the public eye.
Well, probably not. No.
I think he's keeping her in the public eye.
Big drama.
But so they're having a surrogate mom. Okay, fine. Boom. They're gonna keep their family going. So then, how do we go from that to our man Tristan Thompson all of a sudden showing up in Greece? Have you? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, did I lose it? Oh, I think I lost the. Yep, I sure did lose it.
Oh no!
Let me pull it up again. Yeah, that was terrible timing. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Anyways, like I said, how is it that we go from them wanting to start a family, have a family, live good, be together, to now we're sitting here watching live feeds of Tristan Thomas in Greece rocking something tasty on his arm. Bada bang. and everybody knows it's him. And they're looking. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
He saw that wagon.
Ooh.
Himself.
He said, "Yeah, let's get back to the hotel right quick." But the funniest thing about this situation to me, and I mean, this is why I love the internet, because the internet is just so. The internet has never taken an L. It's never even gotten close to an L, and you already see how people is coming out.
Fuck some.
And this one right here is a classic.
I'm leaving here with something. I mean, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
I'm from around the way.
I mean, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
Ooh, wee. I mean, I guess this is like a pattern because this cat. Chloe hearing Tristan is trending. I mean, this dude has just been wilding out, right? So I guess that's. I mean, I guess he's trying to keep up with Ray J and fucking
Elon Musk.
He's trying to keep up with Elon and them. Them boys is out here trying. They are competing. Say, how many can you get out in a year?
We have no idea what type of arrangement these type of folks have. They don't live like that.
Oh, yeah, we good, man. Yo, LeBron, you think the Cavs can come me tickets for to see Trainwreck? Or
that's LeBron. I thought that was Tristan Thompson. But you know, is it? I heard there's a rumor about her, about Chloe. I heard that she's supposed to be like OJ's daughter.
That's the word out there.
She kind of got his forehead, right? I mean, she kind of got an OJ head right here.
Juice is loose.
The juice is loose. I mean, she don't look like them at all. Like, she really don't. That's why she wouldn't start doing all that waist trainer shit, so she could have like that little that hourglass look like Kim had, because Kim went and filled her ass up. You know,
like 5'1". So
yeah, they all short.
You're gonna have some ass by default when you're that short.
Yeah. But it's definitely this cat is ruthless. Oh no.
you're never leaving me.
Oh, okay. Looks like you're never leaving.
More like you're never leaving me.
Looks like you're never.
Bro, that's OJ's kid. Look at that forehead. Ain't no hiding that. Ain't no hiding that.
Oh.
Ain't enough bangs to cover that up. That solar plex forehead she got right there. I mean, I got a big forehead too, so I ain't mad at her.
I mean,
but
the boy must got a silver tongue.
Woo! He must have got he must have a slimy tongue. Shit.
Boy,
because Jesus. I mean, they talk about this is like the 10th time he done did this shit. They say it's like the 10th time this. See the drawing. I mean, they saying this is like the 5th, 6th time this cat done straight played her to the left.
Stand by your man if that's what you want.
Shit, that I guess.
All right, man. Hey, couldn't be me, but.
They having the 3rd child. No way he gonna keep cheating. Oh man, they hit him with the usher. Whoo, look, they over here just laughing too. I mean, that's gotta suck though, right? Like, everybody is laughing at you around the world right now because we all told you he ain't the one. But you want to just keep having kids with the same guy just to be the same, just for the same continuity of genetics, I guess. And
she keep going back for something.
She keep going back. And now, just yesterday, I mean, look, it was yesterday when the damn shit went out saying, yeah, they're gonna have another kid through a surrogate. That was like official tissue. How in 24 hours you in Greece and you already got something else on your arm and you already got caught on video in 4K? Like, you already got caught, bro.
I mean, we couldn't see the front of her body. Is it possible that that's the surrogate? Well, no, you can't fly if you're that pregnant.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm trying to give the brother some leeway here.
And in Greece, though, what are you doing in Greece?
Hey, I was just over there in Mykonos. Woo! They got some beach clothes over there.
Man, I mean,
the thing was out there heavy.
He didn't even get a full day, like, to sneak one in if he wanted. He got caught first attempt. But it's like, okay, if you're gonna look at this cat from a basketball standpoint, shit.
LeBron got him paid.
Got him paid, but he ain't done a goddamn thing since he got that championship.
I think he got a max deal.
He got a max deal because of LeBron, and that's literally it.
Hey,
Chicago was over here. Chicago's been regretting that since they got the first look at him in practice.
I ain't mad at him.
It's like shit.
Yeah, this motherfucker is the worst cheater in history.
He's like the most I don't give a fuck cheater in history. Like, I'm doing like, bro, a day later, you walking hand in hand with some chick you might have just met 30 minutes prior.
Yeah, this boy
holding her hand. That's like against man law.
Someone got to sit him down and teach him some game, something.
Teach him some game. Like you said, you're supposed to outwalk her. You're supposed to outwalk her to the exit.
Well, you just gonna meet me in the elevator.
Yeah, with about 8 to 10 feet of space in between you and her. That way nobody can assume anything. You give yourself plausible deniability.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave the key somewhere in the hotel. It's gonna be like a scavenger hunt.
You know what I mean? You'll check under the cigarette the ashtray next to the trash can on the 19th floor.
This dude wild.
Oh man, what a mess! What a mess!
Something about them women just turns all these dudes into.
Hey man, these Kardashians are dangerous, brothers. You see how they do it, cats, every time. Ah, no.
Parlay is.
Wow. Talking about him cheating for the 100th time. Hey, he wild.
A lot of ass.
Wow.
So get on that man.
Wow. Anyways, that I'm not big into like always the gossip thing, but it's funny when it happens to people who like just try to live the perfect life because it's so easy to just, like, all it takes is one thing not to be on the up and up, and that you're gonna be looking like a damn fool like everybody else.
Hey.
And it happened. Right in front of it.
There isn't
I'm like, who was?
Hey, she got something back there, but there ain't a woman on this earth to not get cheated on. Like,
yeah, there's no.
It don't matter who you are.
Yeah, it's a very high percentage. I mean, it's not that it will happen, but it's like all it takes is the right opportunity, and it will happen. Oh man! Hey, we
clearly know what time Tristan Thompson on.
We know what his mind is on right here. Oh, that's all I know. Hey, old girl right here on the left side of the screen. She looked all right too. What's up? But
well, they out there in Greece now. There's some.
You of course.
There's some Apollonians out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's Tristan Thompson, your serial cheater. I'm sure we'll be getting pictures of him on the beach tomorrow. So that is going to be it for us here on Lineman Life. We do appreciate y'all for being in here with us. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel, share this live stream, and don't forget, check the link up top on the chat. Follow us on TikTok. We'll be dropping some short clips on there on the daily basis. But we do appreciate you guys for being in here with us tonight. We hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. We will be back on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. Might have a special guest on here with us as well. Whoo! You'll find out soon enough, though. We appreciate y'all for being in here with us. I'm Uche Nwaneri. This is Justin Blaylock. And we are the Linemen of Lineman Life. And we will catch you all on the next one. Peace.
Good, y'all.